Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day, Ash Wednesday. It is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, and I'm not going to have time to make a vlog later in the day. So I'm in the car again on my way to my WW meeting. It might be a little tricky this morning because last Thursday, I went on my health insurance and their benefit page, and I went through that benefit page, and I am eligible for my insurance to pay for my Weight Watcher program. So today's going to be my first weigh-in with the health plan. They might have me start over. I don't know yet, so I'll find out when I get there. So it might be a little tricky. Honestly, don't think I lost any weight this week. I didn't have a bad week. It's just my schedule was jumbled up a bit to where I'm closing one night at work and then I'm coming in early the next day. So it messes up with my eating. So like yesterday, I had breakfast before I went to work. And then there's somebody parked in the middle of the road, and now you know how that goes. Really, dude? Sorry. So I had breakfast, but it wasn't time for lunch yet when I had to go to work. So then I had to wait. So I ended up having my lunch break about 4:45 yesterday, which I made a nice salad, and I wasn't hungry when I got off work, but it takes me nearly an hour. It takes me 50 minutes, so 10 minutes short of an hour to get home. So I just ate a protein bar on the way home, and I really didn't have dinner. I had a serving of some bean chips. So I didn't need to eat dinner while I just watched General Hospital before I went to bed. But there were a couple of nights where I opened the tortilla chips, and I did some... Okay, there goes the nose again. I'm not going to call it mindless eating. I knew what I was doing. Why did I do it? I don't know. It was good. I had the salsa and the open bag. I didn't measure or anything. So that's where I'm at. So during Lent, which starts today, it's 40 days. Today's day of eating light, fasting. Ash Wednesday, meatless. Fridays will be meatless during these 40 days, which, so today I'll probably have some tuna in my salad. So after my WW meeting, I think they have the Bolthouse Farms dill dressing there. I had it once from Aldi. My other stores don't have it. Aldi, it was just there for a bit. It was an Aldi Fine type of deal. But they have that Fire Ranch dressing that I'm almost out of, so I need to go there and get that. Hopefully they have that dill dressing, because I did like it, but I'm the type of person where I make a tuna fish salad sandwich, I'll put dill pickles in it with mayonnaise. But this, if I just have salad with tuna in it, no bread, no sandwich, this is gonna taste good, because my chicken salad, when I used like the canned chicken, it almost tasted like tuna salad with the pickles. So I'm hoping they have it, because I'm gonna have tuna salads. I don't really want to I don't cook fish. I'm not a fish cooker. I don't eat shrimp anymore. Usually if I have fish, it's gonna be a filet of fish sandwich at McDonald's, which I love those. I don't remember how many points they are, but you know, the unfortunate thing is I don't know if they'll do it this season, but they'll usually have a special where you can get 2 fish sandwiches for a pretty good price. But if I do go get a fish sandwich, I'll take the points and I won't get the 2 fish sandwiches, because a fish sandwich in each hand, I like them. They put on they're deep fried for one, and then there's a lot of tartar sauce. They're good. The American sliced cheese is not a full slice. It's only, if you ever open one up, it's only like a third of a slice or a half of a slice. It's just a strip in the middle. I never knew that. I always thought that it was a full slice, but it's not. So there's that. I don't plan on going to McDonald's and getting a filet of fish sandwich today. Now somebody's on a another bike where they're riding out of the bike lane in the actual car lane. I'm going to have to figure out how to get over and around this person. My goodness, I'm trying to be on time, and driving seems like a chore this morning. So sorry. So back to Lent. Usually we give up something. I'm not giving up chocolate because it's just not gonna, I'm basically not going for chocolate. I'll have chocolate on my protein bar. I'm not gonna buy a candy bar. I'll have chocolate if I get those Nick's ice cream bars, and chocolate if I have my hot cocoa in the evening. But I'm not gonna go after, like, I don't have a Valentine, so nobody's gonna buy me a box of chocolates today. But generally speaking, I usually buy myself a box of chocolates, but I'm not gonna do that this year. So what I'm gonna do is I'm planning on giving up overeating. Binge eating. So it's going to be a process. I bought this book last week when I opened it up this morning. I was watching this podcast because I never heard of this book. The book just came out, so the author is doing his rounds, and I'll show the book when I get a chance, maybe on the second half of this video, because I threw it in my backpack. I did read day 1 of it. I didn't read all the chapters leading up to it because I did listen to the podcast, so I pretty much know kind of what's in that section, but I will go back and read that section. So it's called The Hunger Habit, and it just came out. And so the author's doing his rounds on podcasts, talking about and promoting his book. Now, I've never read Atomic Habits. I haven't been in the habit of reading anything lately except the internet. So for me to read a book, I have to have the physical book. So I actually got the physical book, and I'll put the link down in the description if you're interested. But you can go watch his one of the podcasts that he's in, to pretty much get a summary of what the book's about. It's about, like, connecting your mind to your body. It's basically about mindful eating, which is one of those 4 pillars of the Weight Watcher program. But it's putting it into practice type of thing, like a 21-day program. Of course, the 21 days is just to help start reprogramming your brain to connect with your body differently, to learn the habit and reward system, and maybe have the behavior change to a different type of reward other than food. I don't know how to best say it. But anyway, so I read day 1 today. So basically, it's like setting your goal. Mine's going to be like, I can choose a couple things. It's going to be like the stop overeating, and maybe connecting my emotions with my body and doing a different thing, making a different habit a better habit when it comes to my emotional and stressful eating. And that's where my compulsions come in, my overeating and my binge eating. Like, I probably had 3 ounces of tortilla chips last night. To me right now, that's binge eating because I'm actually on the WW program. But in the past, it would be going to a fast food restaurant and having cake, cheesecake, ice cream later too, and chocolate candies, and just a lot of stuff, and overeating. And the overeating is what compels my acid reflux. And since I've been watching my portions and not having fast food as often and watching my added sugar, I've only had heartburn. I had it once, and it was the other day. I heated up a can of the Progresso split pea with ham soup, which would have been 2 points, but maybe I didn't have to eat the whole can. I'm thinking there was nothing in the soup that should trigger heartburn or acid reflux, it may be that I just ate too much at one time. So that's probably what happened. So next time I take soup, I'll probably just take half of the portion. Because I only had 3 of the Triscuit crackers with it. I didn't I only packed 1 point of crackers. So it was 3 points. And so I didn't feel like it should have triggered heartburn because it's just potatoes. And the ham is just a couple, it's not like a bunch of ham loaded in there. They're not overloading it with ham or anything. There's just like 3 or 4 chunks of ham, potato, carrot, and peas. And that's the lighter version than their split pea with bacon. So I don't know why that happened. But anyway, so I've been feeling better because I haven't been doing a lot of overeating at night, except for like the popcorn, and I was supposed to get my air popper out this week, but I didn't because with my schedule, it just kind of went topsy-turvy. So I'm trying to figure out how, and this is the problem I've had over the last couple years, is how I'm going to work in my food plan with my work schedule. But I haven't been getting the meals at work. I've been very good about taking my meal to work with me. So, but I can't eat a big salad on my lunch break because that means I'm going to eat too fast. And that's what a lot of this book is about. It's about being present while you're eating and thinking about why you're eating and how it's making you feel, mindful eating. And how is it making me feel? What kind of reward am I getting? Or am I feeling lousy? It's just like when you're eating sugar and it only lasts for a moment, the joy, and then you crash and burn. So that's what I'm going to be working on for Lent, because that's basically my problem is I overeat. And I could overeat potatoes. It doesn't have to be cake and candy and ice cream. I can overeat potatoes. I can overeat meatloaf. I just like to eat, and it's usually emotional or stress. So that's what I need to work on. And it looks like I'm going to be on time for my WW meeting. I just have to get through this light. So I will see you on the other side. Hi, welcome back. So this is the book I was talking about. I don't know if I can get it into the whole. It's called The Hunger Habit. It is by Judson Brewer, MD, PhD. Okay. And like I said, the link's below. And then I went to the store next to my meeting, and they only had 1 bottle of the dill pickle ranch. I suppose I could just add some dill to the ranch dressing. I asked the gal, this is only going to be good for 8 more days. Well, it expires February 22nd. That's why it's reduced to $1.58. But it was the only bottle they had left, so I got it because I'm going to make tuna salad today. So I was happy to get it. I did go to my WW meeting, and I remembered to grab the recipe. Well, she gave me the recipe. These are chocolate-covered graham crackers with pepitas. So you only get half a graham cracker. So you make it with 1 graham cracker broken in half. 2 points for one of the halves. So you're supposed to share it. Oh no, it's 3 points for one of the halves. So who's going to eat just 1 half, right? I don't know. I don't know. I have pepitas. I have graham crackers at home that I haven't opened. I do not have chocolate. You could probably make it less with the Lily's chocolate. And so interestingly enough, so the topic was about being compassionate with yourself when you have a setback. And my day 1 of my book was talking about being kind to yourself and not beating yourself up. So it kind of coincided. Well, it did coincide with the meeting. So I got a double dose. A lot of things, I'm pretty sure they're going to say a lot of things in the WW meeting when it comes to mindfulness, as I'm going to read in this book. But all it will do is reinforce it with me. And so I can get more in connection with my mind, as far as my mind and body go together. I don't know if his book is about, he doesn't say intuitive eating, but I don't know. listening to your body, and this is more not like listening to your body as well as your mind connecting with your body. And so your body and mind are working together to help stop with the overeating and the mindless eating. Well, Marianne, how did we do at our WW weigh-in? I was 198.8, so that was a 0.2 loss. So I maintained, which I'm happy for, because I didn't beat myself up over the chips and salsa I ate the other night. And I maintained. It just I didn't lose. Well, I did lose, but 0.2. That's maintaining. That's a fluctuation either way, right? I'm glad I didn't gain a pound. I was prepared for with gaining a pound and not beating myself up, because I wasn't eating the chips mindlessly. I knew what I was doing. I wasn't mindless about it at all. So, all in all, this week went well. First day of Lent, I did buy some of the breaded Gorton's fish fillets. 2 of them are 7 points, and I got some tartar sauce. I couldn't find any fat-free tartar sauce. I'm going to have to figure out how to make something. Maybe just use this dill ranch dressing. You know what? I think that'll work. So I won't open the tartar sauce just yet. Since I got to use up this dill ranch, I'll use that on the fish. Good idea. Anyway, how did your week go? How'd your Super Bowl Sunday go? I worked. They had a potluck. I just didn't look at it. I did not indulge in the potluck. I don't like potlucks. I heard about it like a couple days before, and I just kind of ignored it because I was busy with other stuff. So I didn't have time to make anything. So I was welcome to participate in it, of course. But basically in the office where I go sign in and out for my breaks and lunch and check in before I go home, they have a table full of all kinds of goodies. And basically, I just didn't even look at the food. I didn't look to see what was there. I brought my lunch. I just didn't do Super Bowl. I didn't need to. Not a big thing for me. The Rams weren't in the Super Bowl, so I didn't ask for the day off. I'm sure plenty of people did. Super Bowl party, not my thing these days. So that's that. I mean, I'm sure if I would have went and visited my brother, they would have been having a full-on Super Bowl. But he's eating healthy now, so I don't think I could have gone wrong there either. So I wasn't even tempted to look at the potluck. So I wasn't depriving myself. I wasn't interested in it. Sometimes at potluck, people just get sick because, I don't know. It's just... there was a potluck I had at the post office, and I made this like Mexican dish. It was really good, and this one girl says to me, "Why did you make something that good for these guys?" And I'm like, "It's a potluck. Why would I bring garbage?" Didn't make sense to me. Potluck, you're supposed to bring good stuff for people to enjoy, right? But it's been a few years since I've actually participated in a potluck, so no crisis for me. And yes, no deprivation. So I'm going to sum it up as a great week, and starting the Lenten season, going to eat light today and start working on my overeating, binge eating habit to give that up for life, but working on it during Lent, because gluttony is one of those 7 deadly sins. And if, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give medical advice, but, there's reasons why it's a deadly sin. So I'm not going to go into it. If I overeat, a lot of times I'll get acid reflux. So for me, that's one of my consequences. And that's just an example. But anyway, let us know how your week went. Happy Valentine's Day. Get some love today. Love yourself. That's what this week is about. Showing kindness to yourself and not beating yourself up. And comment below. What kind of foods do you love? How do you love yourself? How are you going to love yourself this week? Have a great one. Thanks for watching. Give it a like, thumbs up,